there! Today, I got the Marvel Legends action figure of Man-Thing based on the Marvel Studios TV show on Disney Plus, Werewolf by Night. And boy, is that thing... Y'all smell that? God, that is foul. It smells like swamp gas in here. Whew. That thing's really... Oh my goodness. You are massive. What do you want? To start the review. Right. Okay, I'll do it. Could you just get back in the packaging now so I could do that? Guess we're starting. Now checking out the packaging of the Marvel Legends Man-Thing, which is based off the Werewolf by Night TV show on Disney Plus. We have this great action figure that we can see behind clear plastic, a big old beefy swamp boy right here, as well as got two alternate hands that we can see. A lot of great details I can't wait to unpack. On the side, we have this amazing black and white. I don't know if it's a toy photography shot or a combination of that plus a little bit of illustration work. It almost looks very painterly, and I just love the fact that they left his red eyes right there. Gorgeously done. On the other side, we have this awesome look of the Man-Thing, super close, red eyes just blaring forth, really obscured in the darkness, a little bit of the moon right there, and that beautiful Werewolf by Night TV logo right here, which was a great show if you haven't seen it. And I hope we see this character sometime in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the movies. And here's a quick look at the top of the Marvel Studios Werewolf by Night TV logo. If you're interested, we got toy jargon right here, and we also have the UPC code for anyone trying to find it online or in stores. We're not here just to check out boxes. Let's get on to the good stuff. And as for the accessories, you get hands. These are kind of like open hands. I don't know if you consider them relaxed or kind of grasping. Man-Thing has very thin fingers, as we can tell, which is surprising. You think he had like these big, thick digits. But the underside is very smooth, very human-like. You got all the creases and crevices that you would a human hand. On the other side, he's got great details where they were actually even able to add the fingernails, which is really nice on the sculpt. Then you have the thin portion of one's hand, I'm assuming, with the vines and tendrils just kind of creeping up on the top of one's hands. And everything's in a kind of a nice green muted color. And that's about it with these Marvel Legends accessories. Now let's see if this Man-Thing has any sweet articulation. Starting with the head, we have some up and down motion, a little bit of side to side, 360 spin, so not too bad all around. He's on a nice peg joint. Shoulders. That is your T motion like that. A little bit limited due to the sculpt. All right, let's try them shoulders. Can we rotate? Yes, we can. All right, biceps. Kind of sticky, but not too bad. Let's see, we got a pin elbow. Oh, that's about it. That is very hard. But that's as far as that's going to go. Wrist. Not bad, pretty smooth. Inwards. Not too bad. Outwards. Restricted. Back to neutral. We got some torso crunch right here. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. Going back, that's about it. We go right back to neutral. Lower torso shows articulation right here. We can do a 360. Not too bad. Splits. Whatcha! There we go. That's awesome. I didn't know the Man-Thing had it in him. But great splits. Front kick. Back kick. There we go. We have thigh articulation right here. Nice spinning. Knees. Not too bad on these double jointed knees. Really good. Feet. Downwards. Upwards. And ankle rocking right there. So really good. Not too bad on the articulation. There are some restrictions due to the sculpt, but overall, pretty decent for a figure of this size and shape. Now this Marvel Legends Man-Thing stands at a whopping 7 3/4 inches tall. And if you pose him in a relaxed pose, he's a minimum 4 inches wide. And if you're collecting Marvel Legends action figure, here's how this Man-Thing might stand up within your collection. Now I can already tell that this Man-Thing is just full of details. First off, the coloring on this thing is wonderful with the muted green as well as spots of brown everywhere for that natural swampy look. And I love the fact that they went right here on his strap and painted that one single yellow flower just to give him a little piece of happiness. Starting with the head, we have these great red eyes staring blankly at you, not knowing what direction he's looking at. Then we have this Cthulhu style aspect going on with the lower half of his face with these tendrils just shooting all out. And I'm even getting some Snuffleupagus vibes with this main tendril coming out from his nose area. But overall, it is beautiful. These are a soft plastic. We've got vines and tendrils just shooting off everywhere. This brow of his has some kind of vegetation and bumps and texture. And these brown worm-like deals, which I don't think are worms, I think they're just different styles of vines, just around his head overall. Then we have the chest area overall with the vines shaping themselves like muscular fibers overall. Really great feel. And it's really weird on the design where you would have your actually rib cage out on the front. You don't think it would be exposed like that. But I love how it's painted a different type of a green, more yellow in there. Flipping him over to his back, we have again those vines forming more muscular aspects, but we have a lot of plant life going on with fern leaves and moss. There again, it's just so much vegetation attached to his back. I love how they even out his shoulders, adding some brown fungus to them, just shooting off at the side for this fun guy. And with those beefy muscular arms of Man-Things, we get those green tendrils acting as muscle fibers for both his bicep and forearm area, and really well defined, where you have the thicker brown tendrils acting more like veins. I mean, look at that bicep vein. My goodness, this guy's got a swole pump going on. And as default, he comes with those closed clobbering fist hands of his, which I can't remember if Man-Thing's more of a pacifist or a fighter. But when nature calls, he's gonna pummel you down if need be. And there's great details to it as well, with the outer portion again being more of the thing aspect with the vines and plant life, and the underside being more smooth like a human, with again those fingernail aspects molded in there. His midsection is nicely done, with just a lot of vines showing up as his abdomen, but unfortunately Man-Thing does not have a six-pack. I guess a vegetarian diet is not working for him. His lower back again is all vines as well, going straight down to his shapely viney buttocks, which is surprisingly funny where they have the vines going the correct way anatomically. And I love how a creature of nature still needs a loincloth made out of vines. And it is a little bit of a soft plastic where you have kind of leafy aspects going here as well as those tendrils going down. Very nice touch. And going down to the lower thigh, we have that muscular vine fiber motif going on, as well as the brown vines acting as veins. A little bit of more fungus for this fun guy right here on the one side. The overall back end of the legs, again, just more vines. As his Achilles heels, we have vines going the opposite direction, left and right, instead of the whole up and down. Kind of an interesting deal. What are these? Are these? No, they're not vines. They're mushrooms? Yes, more mushrooms. All right. Why wouldn't you have them at the back of your leg like that? Interesting. But the overall motif on the legs is just green vines, as we can see, with some aspects of thicker brown vines acting as veins. His feet are really well done on the top side. Again, a vine leaf thing going on right here, ending in with all those digits with the sharp nails happening right here. And on the underside, not much going on there for the skull, but you do have the holes for a toy display stand. And overall, a beautiful skull for this Man-Thing where you get that nature boy living in a swamp kind of a feel. Now here are my final thoughts about the swampy, beefy boy Man-Thing. One thing, the sculpt on this is superb. It's really amazing all the attention to details Hasbro was able to achieve with this action figure. Not only, his whole body is covered in viney texture, just to start out with. Plus you have other swampy elements like mushrooms and other thick vines, tendrils, and a variety of different types of leaves and ferns on this action figure, which really portrays the swampy motif that Man-Thing is associated with. And he's definitely going to be striking an amazing silhouette amongst your Marvel Legends collection. And the coloring on this action figure is decent, pretty much solid colors of muted greens and browns on the body overall, but the facial area has a little bit more love when it comes to the paint, with a light green dry brushing on his facial tendrils, as well as those striking red eyes just staring right at you. And I have to say that this Man-Thing, based on the Werewolf by Night Marvel TV series, I actually think that they did a really good job in portraying this Man-Thing based on the Werewolf by Night TV series. Now, my only issue with this figure was its balance. When I was trying to do some dynamic poses with this action figure so big, as well as top heavy, balance was an issue trying to achieve certain dynamic action shots. There was a lot of times that this massive figure fell over. So, if you're going to do something more than just a regular neutral stance, using a display stand or other means is definitely going to be necessary. I have to say, This Marvel Man-Thing is definitely worth getting, especially if you're trying to collect and set up a Marvel Supernatural action figure team. Mind you, Man-Thing is not some dumb brute. He's actually the guardian of the Nexus, and I'm really wondering how that's going to play out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In fact, I'd love to hear your theories on how Marvel Studios is going to use Man-Thing in their Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think it would be hilarious if Doctor Strange and Man-Thing would hook up in some kind of buddy cop movie patrolling and protecting the multiverse. That would be hysterical. In fact, if you want to check out more Marvel characters based on the cinematic universe, as well as other action figures from the Marvel Legends line, go ahead and click this link right now.